Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. This is Jesse, and today we are going to be making Satsuma cuttings and propagating them the best and most effective way there is out there. That's right, we are going to use clear solo cup with 100% cocoa core. Before the video, I went on ahead and I cut out drainage holes using 10 snips. Snip, 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 snip. That was really easy. You can purchase scion wood. That's the wood that we're using to propagate with. In my case, I have a Satsuma tree and one of the limbs broke off. Now I've learned from experience where I live that sometimes things happen and your tree dies. So what I'm doing is I'm propagating these by cuttings so that if my tree dies, I will have another copy of the same tree to grow in the future. I like to use straws. And I'm going to make a hole in this cocoa core. Let me turn it. I'm making a hole in the cocoa core right up along the edge because that's where I'm going to go ahead and put my first cutting. I've already sanitized my blade, and this is cut right at the node, so I'm just going to scrape, 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 scrape. The bottom node is more likely where the roots will come from. They could come from here as well, but that's the likely culprit. For rooting compound, I'm using aloe vera. Okay, you can use honey, you can use cinnamon, you can use store-bought rooting compound. I've got that. This is one of them, okay? But me today, I am using aloe vera. So I want to go ahead and get 2 nodes under the surface of the soil, and I'm actually to 3 nodes, so that's pretty good. Now this particular Satsuma is a little bit young. Because of its youth, the branches aren't very thick. But I'm going to show you there, that's the node right there. Okay. There's another node right here. There's actually a node right there. So this guy has plenty of little nodes, okay? I'm going to put aloe vera on the side that's going in the hole and on the wound side at the top. The theory is the aloe vera will help it not dry out so much while it's trying to take root. Okay, so we're putting another hole in there, and we're going to stick this guy toward the edge. And number 3 has a node right there. So just do some little scrapey scrape, scrapey scrape. All right. We're gonna put that aloe vera. You see it stretching, right? And I'm gonna do it on the cut end as well. I don't know if I need it on the cut end. I hear you asking the question, but it doesn't hurt. So we're going to put a hole here toward the edge. And the good thing about putting the holes toward the edge is you can see when the roots start growing. Now, of course, the roots might decide to turn and grow toward the center. That's naturally going to happen. But it also helps by putting them on the edge. We got 3 here, and they're triangulated along the edge. So they're the maximum distance apart from one another as they could be. Okay? And as those roots grow, by putting them along the edge, they have less chance of entangling themselves with one another. Now if they get tangled up, you can just dip it in water and separate them. That's fine. The next thing that we need is our gallon-sized bag. I like this particular bag because it's really good at creating that greenhouse effect. And in that way it'll keep the humidity in. I've told you before I like a certain painter's tape, but it doesn't matter. And I'm proving it to you by using Scotch tape. Let's make sure we're in the video. Can you see me now? Okay. I just put that first piece on the back side to kind of help hold it in place. And for the sake of this video, I'll just put a second piece over here to hold it in place. It really does not matter. This is to your liking. Okay? Now I'm going to gather it up like so and finish taping it off. And so in here, this is going to create a greenhouse. As the water evaporates, it's actually going to increase the volume in here. Water will evaporate upward. It'll condense on the sides, run back down into the system, and continue over and over again. And what I have here is a little solo cup, opaque, with water in it. Now, you can stick this in a window, in a windowsill, in a warm location, not burning up, but in a windowsill that has indirect sunlight, so it gets the sunlight for photosynthesis. But down below, the roots are in darkness, as if they were in the ground or as if they were in a pot. There's no fertilizer in here. There's nothing but 100% cocoa coir. In about 3 weeks, you should see some new growth. And you should definitely, well, probably in 2 weeks, you should see some roots forming along the sides and edges of the cup. In about 3 weeks, you should see new growth. And here, it is January, so by March, I should definitely see a flush of growth, and these things should be ready to harden off so they can go outside. But prior to March, we're going to look at this again in the end of January. We're going to look at it again through February. But by the time March rolls around, these guys should be ready to start hardening off and going outside. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a cousin, tell the neighbors by the dozen that Jesse is showing you how to do healthy gardening on the Healthy Gardening channel with Jesse. Until next time, have a great day.